Would you mind to admit all, please? Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. We are so happy to see you all at 50 Strong today. Just a couple minutes to let everybody come on in. All right. I'm Candy. I wanted to say thank you for being here with us. This is a special edition of 50 Strong, EmployerConnect. And I want to thank all of our partners that, frankly, our employer partners are the one that had this idea for this special edition of 50 Strong. And I hope that you get a chance to talk to all of them today. But certainly I want to say a thank you to Johnson & Johnson, Amazon, Wells Fargo, Tech Systems, Cushman & Wakefield, Fiserv, ADP, Lowe's, Verizon, and John Deere for making 50 Strong EmployerConnect possible. That includes today's event, plus lots of others. At 50 Strong, we're really focused on working directly with strong employers that have strong pathways and that are looking for strong military talent. So to those of you that are here that are strong military talent, welcome, and we are so happy to have you. I'm going to kick off a quick poll. If y'all could give me a little bit of feedback, I'd really appreciate it. And while you're doing that, a couple of quick things. Housekeeping. We are going to open up breakout rooms in just a couple of minutes so that you all can go talk directly to all the employers that are here today. In order for this to work smoothly, I really need you to be on Zoom 5.3.0 or later. And if you're not sure what version of Zoom that you're running, you're welcome to check that now, and then just come on back and we'll admit you back into the meeting. All right. So I see that about 50% of you are joining us for the very first time. I love seeing this number, and I always appreciate you being here. So I'm going to take just a couple of quick minutes and explain to you what we do at 50 Strong, how it benefits you, and a little bit of context for today as well. We run two series of events. One is 50 Strong EmployerConnect, which is pathways for all service members, veterans, Guard, Reserve, military spouses, and student veterans. Today's meeting is part of 50 Strong EmployerConnect, and we are focused today on some really important areas. We also run 50 Strong SkillBridge Connect, which is specifically for those on active duty that are looking for SkillBridge opportunities. And we just started 50 Strong Industry Connect, which is really meant to support employers in their efforts to open new strong pathways for you all to consider. So I hope that what you take away is employers are really leaning in, and we're running fast to offer as much as we can to support them. We also have a 50 Strong app. This is just an easy way to sign up for our events. You also can search city-based SkillBridge opportunities, and we are working quickly to add to this. All right, for today. All of the great employers that you see to your left have joined us today, and they each will be running their own breakout room. I hope, and by the way, I think we have 5 that are brand new to 50 Strong. So guess what? We're all learning together. Some of these are here with us every time we do one of these events. And we really appreciate all of these employers for not only being here with us today at 50 Strong, but for being so willing to work together in their efforts. I am taking a quick look. I see that 60% of you that are joining us today are E7 or below. And about half of you that are joining us are on active duty. We have almost 10% joining us from outside the continental United States. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I also wanted to just point out for today that, so again, we have tons of events, right? Focused in different areas. So today's event is focused on manufacturing roles, technician roles, skilled trade roles, maintenance roles. If you are joining us and you're interested in those opportunities, awesome. All these employers are going to be willing to talk to you. If you are joining us today and you are interested in something else, also awesome. Because guess what? All these employers have all kinds of roles to share with you today. We also tomorrow will be running a special event for employers, helping them open up apprenticeship opportunities, especially behind these roles as well. So again, I want to thank everybody for being here. And please certainly join us back at 50 Strong at any time. In just a second, I'll drop in some information for you to take a look at. Here's what I want to share with you. My husband is normally here with us. Kevin had a meeting today that he could not get out of. But what I want to share with you is we know firsthand, he does know it firsthand, but I watched him. My husband separated as an E4 with a college degree, and his navigation of finding what he referred to as a regular job was not easy. And what we found and what we hope is that sometimes a warm connection and direct exposure to employers can make a really big difference. So for the 50% of you that are joining us on active duty, this is a great time to get that exposure. For those of you that may already be separated or that may be in extended transition, so any student veterans that are in extended transition, while you're in school is also a really great time to get this exposure. All of the employers that are here today are here because they actively seek your skills, and many of them have resourced military specific pathways. Hey, listen, maybe one is a great fit for you, maybe not. The point is we all have the same goal, and that is to help you get to the right fit for you. If you heard about 50 Strong from one of our higher education or training partners, I'd love to hear it in the chat. We have added probably 20 higher ed partners in the last 2 weeks. If you heard about this event from your school, again, we thank them for that. They are leaning in on your career readiness, and we are always excited when they are doing that. All right, so we're going to be here together for a few more minutes, and then the breakout rooms will be open for 1 hour. That 1 hour is your time to learn as much as you can and to meet the employers that make sense for you. Did y'all get my email last night about ways that you could do a little bit of research if you wanted to about which employers and the pathways that they have? We'll talk about that in a second, but if you want to use that to help you pick which breakout rooms you want to go into, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop my screen share. And I'm going to ask a few of our employer partners to say a quick hello and to share just a little bit with you about the types of roles that they have. And then you can learn more about them in their breakout room when we open those in just a bit. So first up, I would like to say hello to David Ottavianelli from John Deere. John Deere is one of our close partners, and this event I think is the brainchild of maybe 3 or 4 of our partners, but John Deere was certainly leading the charge. So David, do you mind to say a quick hello?
Candy, thank you. And thank you everyone on the call for your service. At John Deere, we've got thousands of opportunities for folks nationwide in dealer tech positions, factory roles, etc. We want to make this simple for you. We have individual skill bridge opportunities, meaning your time, your location, and your type of work that you want to do. We ask you to fill out a contact card. It's in the chat, and we'll get you in contact with a veteran to have that conversation to see if there's a fit. We've got tons of different opportunities to explore. Come to our breakout room. We got a great team that's willing to assist you. And I have a special guest with us today, a current SkillBridge intern, Lance Corporal Kyle Kelty, who will be explaining his process and what he did. He's at our Davenport Works facility for welding. So please come check it out. And we also got some swag bag giveaways. Thank you, Candy.
Awesome, David. Thank you all for being here. Next up from Fiserv, another company you may not have heard of, and that's part of what we're all doing here today, is trying to help you learn about as many pathways, as many companies as possible. Rochelle, how are you?
Great, thanks. So hi, everyone. Happy to be here today. As Candy said, you may not have heard of us, but you've likely used us in the past, even within the past day. So Fiserv is a fintech company with over 44,000 employees worldwide. And right now we have a lot of openings for roles like equipment technicians, technical engineers, production leadership roles, and just general production associates as well. We have primary hiring locations in Omaha, Nebraska, Chesapeake, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, Stafford, Texas, and Shoreview, Minnesota. So if any of those roles or locations stood out to you, hope to have you guys stop by the breakout room and chat with our team.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for being here. From Verizon, Stephen, how are you?
Always a pleasure to be here, Candy, with the 50 strong family at the campfire. So my name is Stephen Weston. I'm with the Verizon military recruiting team. We're here to support veterans, military spouses, SVA, what have you, in obtaining employment in the world's second largest telecom company. We have various roles, like Candy stated, across the business, ranging from technical to non-technical. We have mechanics, diesel mechanics, HVAC technicians, pretty much anything you could think of. We're currently a top 3 employer, and for the last 5 years with Military Friendly. We currently have a veteran staff of about 8,000 plus within the business, so very large veteran employer. And if you want to learn more about SkillBridge Fellowship, direct hire roles, what have you, I'll see you in the room.
Awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Always happy to have you. By the way, that campfire reference, if any of you know Kyle Shipp, he explained 50 Strong one day as it's like being with friends around a campfire. At least, Stephen, that's what I think you're referring to. Anyway, Kyle, if you're here, thank you. You're making a difference. Next up, from Amazon, Justine, are you with us? Am I pronouncing your name correctly, I hope?
Yes, I am. I am. Sorry, I'm unfortunately doing all right. Doing all right.
How are you? Hey, do you want to take a couple quick minutes? I know you're new to 50 Strong, but Amazon is not. Do you want to take a couple quick minutes to share about what you'll be featuring in your breakout room?
Yeah, so myself and a couple of those that are on here, we are with Amazon RME, so our Reliability, Maintenance, and Engineering Division. And we have roles anywhere from maintenance technicians, control technicians, as well as management roles across the United States through our fulfillment and our source center facilities. So definitely looking forward to share some information, experience. Hopefully I'm trying to get my video to work and I'll be able to show face, but having a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment.
It's all right. We're happy you're here. From ADP, do I have partners from ADP here today? Okay. From Cushman & Wakefield, Matt Disher, how are you?
Hey, Candy, thanks so much for having us. Hey, I'm dropping some info into the chat here, so you have some links and ways to connect with me. But my name is Matt Disher. I lead military and veteran programs here at Cushman & Wakefield. Who the heck is Cushman & Wakefield? Well, we're one of the largest commercial real estate services companies in the world. In fact, a lot of the other companies that you're talking to today are clients of ours. We are managing properties and all of the things that go into real estate in the places where you live and work and play. We are dealing with those types of things. So we're a global leader in office space, industrial space, sporting events, sporting venues, airports, you name it. Cushman & Wakefield and C&W Services probably is doing something inside of those buildings. We did about just over $10 billion in revenue last year as a company. We're 52,000 employees, manage about 5 billion square feet of property on a global level. We have roles from everything in property management to operations on over to the purpose of this call, engineering and maintenance. The skyscrapers in downtown and the stadiums where you're watching football don't keep themselves up and running. We've got to keep the HVAC running and the lights on, right? So that's exactly what we do as an organization, as an industry. Like a handful of the other companies listed here as well, we're ranked as a top 10 military-friendly employer. It simply means that we're doing all the things to make sure that we are not only bringing you in, but then taking care of you after that point. So we have a lot of different program offerings there. You can find those on some of the links that I posted there. I'm joined by Jamie McCall, who leads our SkillBridge program. And we will also have somebody inside of our breakout who is an alumni of our DoD SkillBridge program as well. So come join us if you want to talk about all of the various things that you can do in commercial real estate services. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt. And from a little company called Lowe's, I've personally been there about 17 times in the last 7 days. Mike Piper, how are you?
Doing good. Thanks, Candy. Hey, everybody. I'm Mike Piper. I run our military recruiting and engagement team here at Lowe's. And you're probably going, why is Lowe's on a skilled trades thing? But we have mechanics across our org and our supply chain organization, as well as in our aviation department. So we have mechanics for aviation, as well as something that I want to talk about is if you're just starting to look into the skilled trades industry, we actually have a program internally called Track to the Trades for all of our associates. On day one that you start, you actually become eligible for this, and we will pay for you to get your training in HVAC, plumbing, multifamily housing, electrical, and appliance repair. So stop by, check out that, as well as I will have some supply chain recruiters with me in our breakout room who will be able to talk about the mechanic roles that we have in our supply chain locations across the country.
Wow, that's awesome, Mike. Thank you. All right, so I am going to share my screen one more time. Okay, listen, y'all, the breakout rooms are going to be open for 1 hour. Employers, please stay in your rooms. Attendees, you can move around as you wish. This is your meeting, okay? What we will do is we will make an announcement at each 15-minute mark. So if you want to time yourself, that'd be great. But again, this is your meeting. So use it based on how you need to use it. Couple friendly reminders. As you're in your breakout rooms, please make sure you know what your follow-up should be. So if you send me a note after the meeting and ask me to help you with follow-ups, there's so many folks on here. The goal is that we don't want to be a bottleneck, right? We want you to own your follow-ups, with each organization that you're interested in. Also, this event is for the participating organizations and the job seekers that are attending. Please be respectful of that. Please no business development or other pitching inside of the breakout rooms. Let's seriously be focused on the organizations that are here participating with jobs. If you need some help picking your breakout rooms, I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. What we've done, this is not a job board, but what we have done is we've worked with each of the employers to highlight their key pathways. So the URL on the screen you can use, or use the one that I just dropped in the chat, because that will take you directly to the Google Sheet that will load a little bit faster. The employers, the organizations in yellow are here today. If you are active duty and you were looking for SkillBridge opportunities, there are almost now 5,000 on the 50 Strong website. Many of the organizations that are here today are SkillBridge partners, so you're welcome to leverage that as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms. For those of you that know what to do, have at it, and we will see you in 1 hour. If you are not quite sure how to manage Zoom breakout rooms, or you're new for the first time to 50 Strong, stay here with us and we will take you through all of that in a little bit slower pace. But I do want to go ahead and open the breakout rooms. For those of you that are ready, you may go ahead. All right. So for those of you that are still here with me, I'm going to take a quick look. Looks like folks are moving into the breakout rooms fine. Okay, for those of you that are still here with me, there's a button on your screen, probably at the bottom or wherever your Zoom toolbar is. You'll see something that says breakout rooms. If you don't see it, you may see 3 little dots with more. Click on that, and then you should see the breakout rooms. All right. There's 20 breakout rooms. You can pick any breakout room that you want. You just find the name of the organization or the employer that you want to go talk to and click join, and it'll move you into that breakout room. Okay, so again, employers, please stay in your rooms. All the attendees, you can navigate yourselves around. When you're ready to leave a room, just click leave room and it'll join you back into the main room here with us, and then you can pick another room. If you are having any issues, or maybe you don't have the latest version of Zoom, that's totally fine. We can manually move you. I need you to use the chat box and just tell us your name and the room that you want to go into. All right, so the breakout rooms are open. Katie, are you able to start the timer for me? Okay, great. So it looks like about 30 of you are still here with me. If anybody that is still hearing my voice, I'm sorry, first of all. But number two, drop your name and the room that you're trying to move into the chat, and we can move you into that room. So I'm taking a look at the chat to see if anybody needs help moving. If you're just using this time to try to decide what room you want to go into, that's totally okay too. Don't let me rush you. Keith, are you getting into your room okay? Keith Fox.
That's what I was about to type in the box there in the chat. So I don't
Okay.
want to join a breakout room with one of the other employers. Where do I go?
There's a CarMax breakout room.
Okay. So I'll see that when I go to the join breakout room option.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
There was
Thank you.
somebody just in there that left.
Okay, I'm hopping in there now.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
All right, sure thing. Are there any other employer representatives that need help getting into a breakout room? Okay.
You had stated that the link you put in there, if they were highlighted yellow, there was a representative?
Yes.
Okay.
But,
Went to the ADP room. We're hanging out there for a little bit and nobody's
oh,
there.
you know what? ADP may be the one that is not able to be here today. I'm really sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know on that one.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, but all the others, it looks like they do have somebody in their room.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Anybody else need help moving into a breakout room? Benjamin. Yes, Benjamin. Hey, tell the team we said hello, Benjamin. I'm going to move you now. All right. Anybody else need help getting into a breakout room? Okay. All right. For those of you that are here with us, if you have any questions, please feel free. You can come off mute. There's only a few of us now here in the main room. All right.
The one thing that I failed, I thought I was a top non-commissioned officer in the military. The one thing that I failed is transitioning service members. And if I could do it again, I would have redone everything when it comes to that, because I really set them up for failure. So the rest of my life is going to be dedicated to fixing that bad boy.
Yeah, that's the same with me. You know, I got out, no job, no degree, no certifications, a pregnant wife, 2 toddlers. Couldn't find a job because it was shortly after September the 11th. So I was literally living on unemployment. And my wife couldn't work because she was pregnant.
Well, kudos to you, man. Thank you for your service, for doing what you're doing for your lower enlisted, because that's the area that needs a lot of the most help. And there's tons of opportunities. The key is networking and getting them to talk to people, not applying to jobs, not just, you know, shotgun blasting everything that they think of, you know, pulling on the hearts and strings of people. I always tell people to stay away from other veterans, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of the civilians, believe it or not, really care. And I think it's something that I learned out a long time ago, that when I was getting out of the military, I hated the civilian population because I applied to 200 jobs and got 0 phone calls. And so that frustrated the hell out of me until I found out it wasn't that they didn't want to help veterans. They didn't know how to help veterans. And then when 1% serves, you know, it's usually somebody they went to high school with. There's no like immediate family that's really connected to them, and they have a false understanding of what they did in the military anyway. So just networking and going directly to people, it's really simple. I share my screen all the time, and I'll say like, hey, you find a network engineer role? Well, there's a network engineer role at all of those places in other companies, and then drop that dead center mass on LinkedIn and just reach out to them. Say, hey, I'm Tommy. I'm getting out of the military. I'm a network engineer. I see you're a network engineer. And you'll get shut down just like my dating life for a while. But I mean, eventually someone's going to get hooked, right, and answer my phone call. So it works.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I've learned this time is that whole informational interview process, you know, going into LinkedIn and putting a company's name in there, and then whatever role I'm trying to do. So I didn't know that last time. And, you know, we didn't have SkillsBridge 20 years ago when I got out. So, I mean, the things that we have in place are amazing. There's so many organizations, there's so many people willing to help nowadays. But still, you know, that younger, the E4, E5 range, they still think they're invincible and that they're going to get out. And because they've served in the military for 4 to 6 years, and you know they have a little bit of experience, they're just going to walk right into a job. And that's not always the case when you have a whole bunch of like cyber people and you see that there's 50,000 people that just got laid off in the cyber realm. So
yeah,
you know, teaching them how to LinkedIn. None of them know how to LinkedIn. So
well, if you ever want me to host a session for your troops, I'd be happy to. Show them how to navigate LinkedIn, how to use their LinkedIn licenses that they get for free that really will benefit them. Because I mean, I've had people that have gotten great jobs because of that. And it's you know, I'm a kid from Jersey that, you know, went to What's the Matter You, so I don't have a really good education system. So, and I figured it out. So they'll definitely be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Georgia educated, so
oh, there you go. So you're screwed, man. It's all right.
You both with our Southern
Alabama.
education.
Here comes Alabama. Here comes Alabama kicking in, right, Candy?
Yeah, she probably gets that Southern twang to come out every now and then.
Best I could do. Hi, Mike
up, y'all?
McCoy.
How are y'all?
Fantastic. Hey, Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
So Tommy was actually jumped in and I introduced him to a couple of these folks that are here because Joshua was talking about which rooms he had been in. And I'm like, oh, Tommy may have an idea about which other room you should go in. Josh was in HOH 23-2, right, Joshua? Okay, good. Awesome.
So you've gotten 11 emails from me in the last 4 days.
Yeah, he said that.
11, 12. I mean, who's counting amongst friends?
Listen,
I'm going to jump into a room. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye, Tommy.
I sent a lot of emails. I think, Kyle, you're in HOH 23-2 too, aren't you? No? There's a ship in this.
Yeah, so I'm still one cycle away, and HOH is not going to fit my timeline. I need something in July if I'm going to SkillsBridge.
Hey, guess what? Verizon does it that you don't have on your timing, right? As you know. So
yeah, I'm still about a month and a half away from approaching Verizon because I want to be in that 90-day window. And they all their cool jobs keep taking. Every time I find a cool one, I start tailoring my resume. And right about the time it's tailored, I look back on there and it's gone.
Well, I tell people shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah. If I wasn't a late July time frame, I'd be applying right now.
It's a little early. It's a little early.
Yeah, I figured April would be about borderline.
Also, Michael McCoy, do you like my new jacket?
I do. I like the new jacket.
And look.
Oh, look at you. You got the water bottle on your hat. So,
you know.
I expect to see you decked out when I see you at the end of the month in DC. Just straight
Dude,
Verizon
I will
here.
be, you're going to have to sit next to me and like nudge me if I fall asleep.
Listen, I'm not getting much more sleep than anybody else. So
my son, he's mortified that I'm flying out on his birthday. I'm like, dude, it'll be 11 o'clock. You'll already be in bed.
I understand.
Anyway, we do our best.
That's right.
All right. So Joshua and Kyle, we're gonna keep the breakout rooms open for about 25 more minutes, so feel free to pop in to any that make sense for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm currently
tailoring.
tailoring a resume.
Oh, you are? Fantastic.
All right, I'll pop out. I'll be
I'm
back.
out. Okay,
This is
Michael.
this is where all the cool people are hanging out. I see Kyle Shippen here, so I know that I'm in the right place.
I'd love that everybody knows who Kyle Ship is.
Yeah, I
It's
just
like
need
one of my-
everybody to remember me when I start applying for all these jobs here in about a month or two.
Look,
No,
Cushman,
but
make sure
listen,
you
the- but here's the thing. Every employer knows your name,
Yeah,
right? I've personally given recommendations for you. Personally, I don't get to do that very often, right?
Well, there's
So
something
you've done something very right.
there's something to be said about your personal brand, and especially when you look at people working in companies, and this is something that we talk about at Cushman, is that our brands are out there for the whole world to see, and we are expanding the brand of an organization by having these conversations, right? So not everybody is really good at that. Kyle, you're amazing at that. I see you everywhere. Every time I turn on LinkedIn, I see your face somewhere.
Yeah, so check this out. So this time last year, I was not on LinkedIn. I had 2 connections. The only reason I had LinkedIn was because my MBA course required it. It required us to just set up an account and connect with like 1 or 2 of your classmates. And so I'm pushing almost 1,000 connections. I've got over 1,000 followers.
Yep. Yep. Just keep going. I gotta bail. I gotta go take care of something for my car title, believe it or not. Jamie's got our giveaway. Well, I had my 4Runner was leased and I bought it out of the lease. I'm just keeping it. And I got all this paperwork and I have no idea what to do with any of it. So I gotta go down to the title office before. I don't even know what half of it is, and I need to ask them what it is. So I don't want to get pulled over for having a car that belongs to nobody.
I bought a golf cart that was stolen once, and I got pulled over, and they took it.
That sounds great.
Not only that, they implied that I had something to do with the theft. I'm like, wait a second, I just bought a golf cart for cash. I don't have no idea.
You should have been like, you finally caught me, a criminal mastermind of golf cart stealing. Yeah.
I mean, that's just a great lead-in story.
We should start off with telling our criminal story. I got pulled over for having tags that were expired for 2 months in my car when I was 17, and the cops walked up to my car with their guns out. And I was like, it's just expired tags. Like,
oh my goodness.
Nothing else going on here.
Well, definitely go take care of your title things for sure.
Yeah, I'll see you
okay,
guys.
Jamie's got the giveaway.
Yeah, Jamie's got the giveaway. If she doesn't, well, she'll do it right. She does everything right. But
She's awesome.
So all right,
awesome.
I'll see you
Thanks,
guys.
Matt. Great to see you.
You too.
Later. 15 minutes. All right. All right. So.
Hey, Candy, I do have to take off, but I do appreciate everything. And as always, I'm 50 strong.
Thank you. We appreciate you. It's funny. I was trying to find a way today to communicate. Like, here's the secret. I'm gonna actually stop this because
I thought this whole program has been absolutely fantastic. I'm not technically inclined. I'm aside from things that I've done in my own personal life, my work life has not been a technically motivated career. It's been more policy and managerial level. I'm interested to hear if you've got some activities like this coming up in the near future.
Yeah, we're going to show our full calendar coming up, but we do events like this almost every week. So today's event is kind of focused on skilled trades, but this is the first time that we've done that. Most of our events are all pathways to employment. And the reality is the military talent leads at these companies, for the most part, Chantel, I'm smiling thinking about you. For the most part, the military talent leads know about all the pathways to employment at their companies. So regardless if you're technically inclined or not, the folks that are here today are the right people for you to know and to meet with. But we have another big event coming up on the 23rd. We'll share that in just a minute. And that's for all functional areas. We also have an event on the 30th that is, again, for all military affiliated job seekers, but with a special focus on women veterans in the workplace. So yeah, we're working hard. And the great news is every time we send an invite with an idea, employers are like, yes, we'll be there, because they're eager to talk to you and they can't travel. Like, it's hard for an employer representative to get to Germany, right? Let's just be honest. But they're here and you're here. And they want you to know about the pathways that they have. So I'm super appreciative to Wendy. She sends so many people my way. I can't tell you how many people show up in my inbox. Hey, Wendy told me I got to come find you. So yeah, she's really awesome.
And I would like to kind of give kudos out to Katie at Heroes Make America. She took a couple minutes to walk me through and gave me some information based on where I'm kind of headed and some recommendations. So it was very helpful. So thanks to her.
So Cheryl, you talked to Heroes Make America. Who else did you talk to today?
I didn't get a chance to actually talk, but I listened in a lot with the Cushman and Wakefield company. But there were a lot of engaged, and I didn't feel it was appropriate that time to butt in, because these were guys at the right level asking the right questions for this particular venue.
Well, here's what I want you to know about that team. If you send your interest in, Jamie, did you see the intake that Jamie has set up?
I don't know if I did.
She will get back to you. You can also find it at, and let me send you one other thing.
Okay.
All right. They have like tons of skill bridge opportunities as well. And Jamie is on the ball, so she will get back to you.
Excellent. All right, I will definitely take a look at that then. So thank you.
And by the way, our women veteran event on the 30th came about as a direct result of Jamie McCall at Cushman and Wakefield.
Oh, very nice.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you. And thanks for everything that you.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for being here, Cheryl. I really appreciate it. Anybody else from Germany joining us? Okay. All right, so we have about 5 minutes left and then we'll shut the breakout rooms down. Hey, for those of y'all that are here, if you want a heads up on the giveaways, you can start thinking about it. The giveaways are going to be, we have a bunch of 50 strong shirts. Cushman and Wakefield is giving away this like Yeti cooler. It's awesome. John Deere has a giveaway, and the way you are going to be able to win, it's not a win. They're giveaways. Nobody's winning anything. But we want you to put a post on LinkedIn and talk about the things that you learned and which employers that you learned it from. Tag the people that were in the breakout rooms. And then Katie's going to help us keep an eye on all the tags. Tag 50 strong. And we'll all, I know they're really awesome. And so we'll pick the most creative or the most insightful post today and tomorrow. They're on LinkedIn about this event today. Anyway, a little bit of heads up so you can start thinking.
Hey, again.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's been a while. It's
Good
been
to
a
see
really
you.
long. Yes. So I wanted to get connected with you. So I work for Employment Development Department down in California, Southern California. So we assist veterans in getting employment as well.
So are you with CalVets?
I'm from Employment Development Department, EDD.
Okay. So
So
like
state of
Department of
California.
Labor Workforce Board?
Yes. So we work with DOL.
Yep. Got it.
So I wanted to get connected with you to see if we can set up a time for us just to get connected, try to see what we could do for down here for veterans in California.
Awesome. Are you by chance working with the California Community College System? Because we work closely with their veteran leads.
Not necessarily, no. The only one that I work with is the Antelope Valley College.
Yeah, so
LAVC.
that's part of the California, there's 116 community colleges in California.
Mhm.
And they all are kind of centrally supported out of the chancellor's office. So we work with the person that leads that.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's something specific, definitely drop me a note. And we'll take a look at it. We take a look at any and all ideas.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, absolutely.
Perfect.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
How many miles have you done today, Rebecca?
Not that many. Not as many as I have been. I've only done 4 miles today.
Well, I've done 0. So
I think it's improved my like ability to talk while I'm walking though. At first I had to tell people like, it's okay that I sound out of breath.
So Rebecca, I told Kevin about your walking thing and I was thinking about buying one. And then I'm like, no, I'll like fall off and hurt myself. So he bought me a stair stepper to put under my desk while I'm working for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, oh my God, I would literally break something. So I haven't done it yet.
It took a while to get used to. It did.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Just come down here. You can practice on. It's not too far.
Did you get it on Amazon?
Yeah, no, I got it from the Nellis auction.
Oh,
That's
okay.
There's 2 there in Phoenix. There's one in Mesa and one downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Nellis auction.
The I guess the treadmill that you're using.
It's called EgoFit, the WalkPad Plus.
EgoFit WalkPad Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, I've got 2 minutes left in the breakout rooms. TJ, how was it?
Fast and furious, Candy. It was really
Good.
good.
I like to hear it.
Yeah.
I tell people 50 strong is like a bar. I don't know whose hot dates you get their phone numbers, and I don't know who you go home with at night, but I sure do like it when you meet lots of hot ones.
I think it's a lot like a bar. I met several people I knew, so that was kind of
good.
Yeah, and that was great. It was wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. To me, I live in the far west valley of Phoenix, like as far west as you can be and still be considered Phoenix, right up against the mountains.
Really? So Chandler?
Other directions. So Chandler's east. I live out in Buckeye in a community called Verado.
Oh, yeah.
Near Luke Air Force Base.
Buckeye. Oh, that is so far. You live further than Buckeye.
It's far.
Ouch.
It is far. Yes.
I miss Phoenix. I can't believe I can say that. I don't miss the heat. But
Yeah.
I do miss all the wonderful foods that's there. Super awesome.
I've been here for 20 years now, so it's kind of home.
Yeah.
All right, so the breakout rooms are going to close in 60 seconds. So we'll have lots of people joining us back. We'll just do a couple minutes of wrap up and we'll do the giveaways and we will call it a day. Welcome back, everybody. All right, everybody have fun. Fast and furious hour. All right. Hey, listen, TJ, I asked TJ how it was. This is his first time to 50 strong. He said it was fast and furious. And I wanted to share with you all a little bit about how we see 50 strong. So I don't know whose breakout rooms you go into. I don't know whose numbers you get today. I don't know who you're going to go home with when the bar closes, nor do I care. What I care about is that you have the opportunity to talk to as many employers that are seeking your skills as possible. And then you can manage the follow-ups, right? In the way that makes sense between you and them. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. We had tons of folks here that shared with me that they came because their TAP leads told them about 50 strong. So for those of you that are joining us from Germany and you heard about this from Wendy, Tommy, you met Wendy recently. Tell Wendy that we also thank you so much. For those of you that may still be joining us, that joined from Goodfellow Air Force Base because your tab lead was live streaming for the whole class. We love to hear it. Thank you all so much for being here. I am going to share my screen just for a quick minute. Next steps. Y'all, please be proactive. Follow up on every single conversation that you had. Leverage LinkedIn to build your relationships. All the folks that hosted breakout rooms today, I'm pretty darn sure they're all on LinkedIn. So that's a pretty great way to just follow them, engage on their posts. Download the 50 Strong app if that's helpful for signing up for our events. And please certainly join us anytime. We are hosting events like this almost every week. Today's event was focused on skilled trades. So because we kind of shrunk down what the roles that we were focused on, we had fewer people at today's event. We normally have larger events, and I invite you to join us on the 23rd of this month, which will be our next big event for all functional areas, all pathways to employment. All service members, veterans, spouses, student veterans, Guard, Reserve are very much welcome. So I invite you to join us at any time. We'll drop the link in there for how you can easily sign up. I also wanted to share that we have some fun giveaways today. So 50 Strong will be sharing out, let's make it 8. Katie, we're going to give away 8 50 Strong shirts today. Also, I hear that my friends from Cushman and Wakefield and my friends from John Deere have giveaways today. Anybody else? All right. So here's what we're going to do for the giveaways. Oh, Verizon has a giveaway. Is this right, Tommy? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I hope that you got some awesome insight and learning from the employers that you met with today. For the giveaways, we want you to post about this event, tag the people and the companies that you talk to, and share what you learned here today. The giveaways will be selected based on who is the most creative or funny or insightful. The goal is we hope that you learned something, and we love that you are learning directly from employers that are opening pathways, but also that are working toward a common goal of all helping you find the right fit for you, regardless of where that company may be. Also, thank you so much for always giving us your feedback. I read through every single bit of feedback we get. After we shut down the meeting, I ask that you take 20 seconds to answer a couple quick questions on a survey. We have a couple minutes, so I will thank a couple of our employer partners that are making all of this possible today. Johnson & Johnson, Amazon, Wells Fargo, Tech Systems, Cushman & Wakefield, Fiserv, ADP, Lowe's, Verizon, John Deere. Thank you so much for making this possible for all of us. We have a couple minutes left. Is there anything that my partners that are doing giveaways would like to share? Jamie, Tommy, David, Cassie?
So if you're interested in some John Deere swag, to include one of the absolute favorites, the iconic hat. John Deere hats. Y'all, we always run out of hats at our in-person events, but you may be a lucky winner of a hat and some additional super cool, what my 8-year-old calls vintage cool swag from John Deere. Then be sure to post on LinkedIn, tag myself or David Ottavianelli or Jess Mady, because if you're looking at Glubzinski and Ottavianelli and thinking there is no way I'm going to be able to spell those and find those people, Mady is just M-A-T-Y, and she'll pop right up. Be sure to tag one of the 3 of us if you joined us in the John Deere breakout room, and share a little something that's fun. You can make fun of my poker face or whatever. But we will pick 2 winners that will receive a nice little swag bag from John Deere. Thank you, Candy.
Awesome, Cassie. Jamie, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I would just say everything that Cassie did except Cushman and Wakefield. Okay, we've got a Yeti cooler, tag Matt Disher, Jamie McCall. We got beer mugs. We got great swag as well. So yeah, post out on LinkedIn. And thank you guys so much for being here.
All right. Any last words from anybody else? Tommy, Mike? Tommy, you're on mute if you're talking.
I know I had double muted. I'm trying to figure this out because we use a better platform called Blue Jeans that Verizon owns, but we'll leave it there. No, I'm just kidding. Hey,
I'm taking off my jacket, Tommy.
There you go. Be confident in your transition. That's the one thing, and realize that we are all a family and we're here for each other. So network the hell out of it. Talk to everybody you possibly can. Because you don't know when your next opportunity is going to present itself. And you bring a lot more to the table than your resume will ever do. And you're not going to get that through to them through a resume. So just constantly pound the pavement of LinkedIn, emailing people, sending messages, communicating, and use our network.
Hey, Candy, Tommy, you brought up some great points. Don't be afraid to ask. Regardless of what company you're going to, we're going to help you out. This is it's a difficult transition, and this network team here has one mission: to help you succeed. There's a lot of great partners out there, so don't be afraid to ask for help.
A lot of great partners that are all working together quite often too, I think is another important point that I'll share. All right. Any last words? All right, with that.
We got one more thing. So I put on the shop call for fire, so you can see my model that is wearing her sweatshirt, the camo sweatshirt up there with the red check. So we use a company called Shop Call for Fire. It's a disabled veteran-owned business. So if you are a winner, you'll be able to choose 2 items from that site that you want. And they also donate proceeds to other nonprofits as well. So one of them happens to be Burn Pits 360, Wounded Warrior Project, the Honor Foundation, just many other nonprofits. So just continue to give back to the military community, but would love for you to get some of that swag.
Awesome.
Candy,
right.
one final thing. Thank you. Thank you. This
thank
is
you, David.
incredible, as always.
So here's what I want everybody to know. I don't have a single job for anybody, but all these employers have all the jobs, right? So thank you all for investing your time to talk to the employers that have the jobs or that can give you insight for the right job that's great for you. As always, thank you for being here with us at 50 Strong. We appreciate you and we hope to see you back soon. And I look forward to seeing all the posts and all the giveaways coming through. Thanks, y'all. See you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.